but I would like to do like an off flavor tasting
Hmm.
because people talk about all these off flavors all the time, and I don't know if I'm not sensitive to them or if I just drink them and I don't realize they're not an off flavor. I'll give you like a quick example. So I made a Marzen back in October, and I thought it tasted pretty good. I thought it had a little bit of a toffee flavor. My buddy told me, he's like, "Oh, I taste butter. Did you do like a dialsyl rest and stuff like that?" I'm like, going, of course, I'm so new at this. I didn't know what a dialsyl rest was. I'm like, what is that? He explained it to me. He's like, oh. So after he told me what he tasted, I was like, maybe it's not toffee that I'm tasting. Maybe it's butter that I'm tasting.
Oh,
So
yeah,
after it warmed
butterscotch.
up
Yeah.
a little bit more, got me closer to like room temperature, then I could really taste the butter. But it was cold, and I didn't taste butter, right? So
Hmm.
I think that would be beneficial to me. I've looked at buying those flavors on my own, but they're kind of
Hmm.
expensive and you get quite
Well,
a
yeah.
bit. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to do with after I learn how to do it.
Right.
Right. I'm
It's good to
like,
do in a club setting for sure because they
exactly.
are
Right.
pretty pricey. Yeah.
And I'm like, I have like have friends come over, like, hey, you guys want to try some off flavored beers? Like, what? What do I want to do that for?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm right. There was I don't go to, there are two local homebrew clubs near me, but they're far enough away, and one of them's on a weeknight such that I frequently just can't make it. That's another thing I like about BrewTube. It's online. You can just kind of jump on and talk to people whenever you want. And um, but anyway, one of those meetings, somebody brought a beer and they're like, this beer has something seriously wrong with it. And they were like handed around to try it. It's like, why would I want to try it? The way it was described is like, it smells like dirty diapers. It's like, no, I'm not going to do that. But luckily there was a pro brewer there and he knew exactly what that, characteristic was. I don't even remember what it was at this point. But yeah, it's interesting to kind of weird stuff that, and like you said, some people are more sensitive to certain things than others. Like my wife is a super taster, so like she can have a rest if we're at a restaurant, she can taste something and say, I know exactly what's in this, and tear kind of
Wow.
piece it apart. And like I cannot do that at all. And so I have a lot of work
That's
to do
awesome.
on the sensory side. I feel like I'll be okay on the book side of things. I feel like I have a lot of knowledge, but I think if the tasting part and kind of teasing that stuff apart is going to be the challenge for me. But that's fun
Right.
because then you get to taste a lot of beer. So
Exactly. One person told me one time, like, if you were a smoker, like you have a hard
mm,
time picking out certain
yeah, I would think
flavors
so.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And even if you're a former smoker, you may have a hard time as well too, no matter how long you've quit. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I'd never heard of that, but I know a couple of judges, but I know they specialize only in like in certain things. They don't care for these styles, so they don't ever get paired to do that. They just like these ones and they'll
Oh,
go
okay.
for it. I've had other friends who kind of I don't think it's called shadowing, but that's what I'm gonna call it. Like they'll shadow with the judge. They'll
Oh,
kind of
okay.
compare
Yep.
notes, and then the judge will be like, "This is what I taste or saw, and this is why," and try to help them critique them as they're kind of going through like the learning process and stuff, which I thought that was phenomenal as well
Yeah.
too.